Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Fayute, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with my dearest friends here. And we, as you know, we have Ireland, UK, France, and Lithuania with us, and talking about what we like most, talking about spiritism. And today's topic is mediumship, the objectives of the mediumship. Okay, thank you. So keep going, guys.
Labas vakaras visiems. Šiandien pratęsime mūsų temą apie mediumizmą. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you very much for joining us. Tikiuosi, kad jums bus naudinga.
Charles?
Normally, ladies first. Please, Elsa.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's again we are here. It's a pleasure to be with you all, sharing our thoughts, our studies, talking in the chat, so we can together achieve more enlightenment about mediumship. And today is really good, our studies. So it's a really a blessed moment that we have together. Thank you.
Bonjour, bonsoir. Merci d'être avec nous encore une fois ce soir. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks a lot for being here again with us today to talk about this subject. So we have seen last time that we are more or less all medium, more or less. Huh? So for what? What for? So that's a natural sequence of the last of the subject of last week that we will develop today.
Great, thank you all. So we will show before we start the discussion today, we will see a short video from our dear Vanessa Celoni. She will make a wonderful invitation to everyone, okay?
Did you know that mediumship is organic? Did you know that our whole nervous system is modulating mediumistic abilities? And what is the relationship between spirit, mind, and body when we talk about mediumship? This and much more I'll be able to share with you with other colleagues on the 8th British Congress on Medicine and Spirituality on Saturday, May the 22nd, 2021. Go to the website of the British Spiritist Medical Association or its main sponsor, the British Union of Spiritist Societies, and you're going to be able to register to join us in this beautiful Congress on Health for the Third Millennium. Join us.
Wonderful. You're mute.
Yeah, it's a wonderful moment. Can't wait to see these talks and all the upcoming talks. Okay, my friends, as Charles mentioned, last week we studied a little bit about are we our mediums? Well, so we gave us just some thoughts about this. And today the topic we're gonna see what's the next about mediumship, okay? And in order to start, I'd like to give this question to you, Nadia. Is the mediumistic faculty an indication of some pathology stage or simply our abnormal one? Can you, using your background as a doctor, could you clarify this for us, please?
Yeah, so Well, as we say, mediumship is the alleged ability to communicate with deceased personalities. So could be family members, unknown people, or highly evolved spirits, not so highly evolved, not so evolved spirits, unknown persons. No? So on a regular basis, so independently on a religion or cultural background. It's also chemical alteration. So mainly it happens in the pineal gland by spiritual interference. Sometimes it can be abnormal, but it's not pathological. So there are healthy mediums and the well ones. They are because of other reasons. So it happens, and it's an organic phenomenon with clinical that interacts with clinical aspects of the medium. So it happens alterations sometimes during the mediumistic trance with blood pressure changes, but usually, according to recent studies, the anatomy. So in 2021 was a study published about the MRI scans of calculating the size of the pineal gland, and they had control women, so 16 women and 16 mediums women as well. So the ones that were not mediums, the ones that were mediums, and they found no difference in the anatomy. Also, other studies from 2020 to 2017 showing that the blood flow in the brain was also normal for mediums and compared to non-mediums. Healthy style, quality of life of mediums, they are better than non-mediums or those who don't have the mediumistic faculty developed. So this shows that the studies shows also that the mediums have, when they study, they are well prepared. They can control the mediumship. They have better health, better mental health. They don't abuse of alcohol. They don't smoke. They take care of their physical bodies. So because they know they need to be prepared physically and mentally to be able to communicate with highly evolved spirits. And if we think about the shamans or chiefs of tribes or the healers in different cultures, they were all healthy, and they had the mediumship, the capability of communicating with spirits or with deceased people. So, and they were not considered mentally ill. Socrates as well, the philosopher, so he didn't have any mental disorder, and he used to communicate with good spirits. So we have throughout history many other examples. And we can also talk about the terminal lucidity when Dr. Ellen Dor Haraldsson from Iceland, he was a professor of psychology, Dr. Peter Fenwick, Dr. Elaine Drysdale, they all mentioned the terminally ill patients who are or in coma or from patients with advanced Alzheimer, for example, or dementia. And just before their death, or days or hours sometimes, they have this lucidity, this lucid moment. So they come back to their healthy style, mental style, situation. So they can recognize people with, even if they had advanced dementia. They can say sometimes that they seen someone who was deceased, and they are not considered having hallucinations or anything because they were with all their normal state, and they were on their normal state. So this also proves that there is no abnormal non-pathology in the individuals who have this mediumistic ability. And you're removed again.
Yeah. Thank you, Najat, very much. It's good to know that we do have some kind of science already studying mediumship, and good researchers, by the way.
Yeah, as just to mention that those who are unwell, for example, because when we say they have an abnormal mental problem, or we can also say that the mediums are normal people as we are, so they can develop a trauma, or they can have some kind of depression, anxiety, suffer from stress, as we all are prone to sometimes when in this world that we live. So it's important that, as we will mention further, that is need to study and to understand what's going on with them.
Yeah, thank you. Charles, we just listened a little bit about science. As a good researcher from Kardec, is there any standard method or standard signs to identify a mediumship?
This is a good question. So mediumship is, as it has been told just now by Nadia and also by Vanessa, it is depending on an organic particularity, okay? So the idea is, of course, let's try to search this organic particularity in order to be able to make a diagnostic. Okay, this person he has mediumnic faculties, and this other one has not. So pineal gland has been investigated. It's not so clear, and so basically it has not been found yet. So the only way to know if someone is medium or not is once again to try. So some persons, they have mediumistic phenomenon very young, as Chico Xavier. Very young, he could see his mother. He was hearing voices. He had some phenomenon like this. Yvonne Pereira as well. When we look to some mediums, the Fox sisters also were quite young when the rap happened in their house, and so on. So some people, they have the faculty is appearing naturally and in an ostensive way. So the main signs where showing this is, for instance, a person who can either see the invisible friend as of the children that we talked about last week, or hear, for instance, spirits. You see, Joan of Arc was hearing spirits, so she had hearing mediumship. So these are clear signs that there is a kind of mediumistic facility in a person. The problem is that you can see today in the forum, you have a lot of young people, particularly. You have a lot of them. They hear voices, but when they go to the doctor and tell to the doctor, the psychiatrist or whoever, I'm hearing voices. If the psychiatrist is following a materialist paradigm, he will misunderstand the phenomenon and he will think that it is a mental health problem. And sometimes the young people are getting into a specialized hospital or getting some remedies or whatever, whilst it is very simply just a mediumistic phenomenon. So that's one of the difficulty we see mostly. And of course, if you have the chance to know a psychiatrist, a doctor which is as well spiritist, or which is at least following a spiritualist paradigm, as encouraged in this spiritual medical spirit events, that will then of course help, because albeit it's already put in this basic rules for psychiatry, we should not make the diagnosis of schizophrenia too quickly for for a person who is just claiming hearing voices, for instance. So these things are changing. But the signs are clearly this, how to say, natural or even uncontrolled at the beginning, mediumship of seeing, hearing spirits. It happens also like the Fox sister with raps and movement of objects that can occur in the house or nearby. It can also have some softer signs like recurrence of premonitory dreams. Is also sometimes a sign of mediumship. And as Nadia explained it very well, altered state of consciousness do not connect with the physical or mental health conditions. It means that the people who are medium are mentally as healthy, even more healthy than the average of other people. Voilà. So now when some person, for instance, as young is seeing spirits or hearing spirits, this does not mean that the mediumnic facility will stay the whole life. It may disappear when the person is growing. It may also change. The person could see spirits when she was young, and then later on cannot see them anymore. But on another side, for instance, the automatic writing is developing, so it's quite unforeseeable. And as Kardec wrote in the Spiritism, in the Medium's book, chapter 16, he was writing, there is only one way to ascertain its existence, is to try to experiment and to see what's happening. And that's really the way, how to say, to make sure if someone has a mediumistic faculty or not.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? Because now the University of Harvard, they have a program in their residency for psychiatrists, including spirituality. And Dr. Alexandre Moreira Almeida, he was mentioning in a recent live meeting that there will be a book, kind of like a booklet or a book for residents or for the clinical practice in psychiatry, to help the doctors to evaluate the patient, to talk about spirituality, to be used. This book will be published, but this will be according to the residency program and according to the psychiatry guidelines, and then the doctors will be able to follow the what is in the book and how to help them in the clinical practice. Because the most difficult part is how to approach the patient. Well, actually, the most difficult part is the doctor to break down that curtain between the patient and the doctor, and then open up to these questions and to start talking about spirituality, religiosity, and how it interferes in their lives. And then I think, and I hope, there will be more people talking about mediumistic events, and they won't be taking medications just because some doctors are not aware of the mediumistic faculties.
Thank you.
I could just maybe, if you allow me, Stephen, add quickly. There are already some psychiatrists which are spiritualists or following a spiritualist paradigm in France. And when they detect a case, for instance, of mediumship or obsession from spirit or spirit harassing some person, they send it to some trustable spiritist groups calling for help. So it is already moving, I would say, in this direction, luckily.
Here as well, Shara. Here happens the same. The psychiatrists that know that we are organizing these congresses each 2 years, they are so confident. They say, I received once. The doctor called me and said, Elsa, can you please talk with this lady because her case is for you spiritists. So the lady stayed with the other until now. And she was hearing voices, seeing people, dictating things to her. She will study mediumship. She's not working as a medium now, but she's still hearing voices. But she knows now how to deal with this. Not a schizophrenic person, not someone that you have to use medicine every time. And also, when Nadia spoke about the university that has a spirituality studies in psychiatry, 30 years ago, we had only 17 universities. And 10 years ago, more or less, 2003, 82 universities. And now we have 111 universities offering spirituality in the medicine courses.
Wow.
Yes, in 2019, the last number was this number that I said, 111 universities offering spirituality in their courses, introduce it in spirituality. So the doctors, the students, when they enter there are more, people are searching more for universities like that now. That means spirituality is now so common to talk patient with the doctor. There's a different way now to follow. We are correct to do this kind of thing, these congresses, because it's the best thing that we can do to show that spirituality is not something from the other world. It's from the world, and you can deal with that.
Yeah, I mentioned in another live that there was a PhD student at the time in 2011 at the University of North Texas, and she had for her doctor degree, she has done a systematic review of for a dissertation of her doctor degree in philosophy, and she was talking about after-death communications. Just to link to Elsa, what she found in 2011 that the patients or people in general, they don't talk because they are afraid of being considered mentally ill. So they don't say that they had experienced in dreams, or they had some mediumistic faculties, or they had felt that presence of someone who died, or they can hear the spirit. Even they know that they are healthy people when living a healthy life, but still they can see spirits and they can hear spirits. So this can bring some problems in their daily lives, but then they are not talking to anyone about it because they are afraid of being considered mentally ill. So what she mentioned as well was that all this the mediumistic faculties, the after-death communication, they were always comforting, encouraging, sometimes life-saving. So when someone else is thinking of suicide because they lost someone, the letters of this communication with the deceased person saying that they are well in the afterlife, they are well in the spiritual world, it brings comfort. So this was a very nice systematic review, just to link to what Elder said. It's now more and more people talking about it. So this being considered mentally ill, with time, it won't be a problem anymore, because then we will be able to differentiate it a little bit better.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. And dear Elsa, last week in our conversation, you said a child may develop mediumship. And today's question, because I know you love children and they love you as well. So how a mediumship can develop in a children, and it may cause a problem for them?
Charles makes some comments regarding Joan d'Arc, etc., and Chico Xavier in early ages, starting his mediumship, seeing his mother that was discarnated, and the mother was guiding him, saying good things to him. And this happened with me when I was almost 7, 8 years old. I was seeing, for me, was Mother Mary, that comes to my room every night, talking good things to me. For me, it's Mother Mary. That's it. So later on, I discovered that it wasn't Mother Mary, but it was a spirit that was probably loved me, or still loving me, or still near with me now. And we have a lot of cases, because mediumship in children are more common than we can imagine, and happening for more than 100 years, like 200 years. We have some cases that I brought here from the Catholic Church. The 2 cases that in Lourdes and in Portugal, in Lourdes and Fatima, Lourdes in France and Fatima in Portugal, that Our Lady, Mother Mary, appears in Portugal for the 3 young children, was 7 years old, I think 8 years old, 9 years old. Okay, Jacinta, Francisco e Marcos, no? In France, in Lourdes, Bernadette, she saw as well our Mother Mary, Mother of Jesus, Our Lady, they call her Our Lady. So she didn't write, she didn't read, she was totally literate, and she was describing very well what Our Lady was saying to her. So this is a document, of historic document, in everywhere you can find. Jeanne d'Arc, of course, was amazing what she had done in the past to save France, the voice that she was hearing guiding her to do what she did. So it's amazing things that happen. So it's not now in modern days, we still have to be careful, because there are parents that the child is started saying naturally, and he's saying my dad, my friend is here with me, and father and mother, no, they're not saying your friend is with me, so. And so the parents wants to encourage the children, say more things. It's not correct, it's not good to do that, because naturally, 7, 8 years old, this phenomena will disappear without causing a problem. But there are children, as Chico Xavier, that as a mission, the mediumship as a mission, is starting early ages and stay for forever. Now, not for a lot of, most of the children disappear with 7, 8 years old and reappear later on, in some cases, no? But Kardec said in the Spirit Book, chapter 18, second part, item 221, as Kardec was a very smart researcher, no? At what age may be attempted to develop the faculty of mediumship without danger? There is no rule with regard to age. It depends partly on the physical and still more on the moral development of the individual. There are children of, say, a dozen years old of age who would be less affected by the attempt than many grown-up persons, because morality is something very important. intellectuality, know what's going on, study, read about. So before Kardec, we didn't have this kind of organized rules that we have now. Only when Blackwell translated into English the version of Medium's book, that was 1868, if I'm not wrong, that here is starting as well to organize this kind of phenomena between mediums and also between children. I don't know if you say something, because I found a very nice spiritualist website. I said very nice, because what I read is totally inside in our spiritist thoughts, the way that the person wrote Mediumship in Children. She said, this subject has been written to help parents or guardians understand what a child may be experiencing if they have mediumistic abilities. So Kardec wrote in 1868, and now this lady organized the things, is there in the website to help parents, because some people, they don't know about spiritists, they don't know about spiritualists. A child with 10 years old starting saying, Mom, this man is here, he's saying this and this and that for your friend. And she didn't know that her husband, friends, was dead. She didn't know anything about the person in the house. And her daughter, 10 years old, was saying things, describing things inside the house, saying messages of the husband, of the lady of the house. So these kind of things can happen. I told the lady, don't encourage your daughter doing that. She was afraid to take the daughter to the doctor and be diagnosed as schizophrenic. And I said, you can pray for your child, 10 years old, and help her more or less to be organized. But at the same time, she was so pleased to see her daughter as a missionary. That's something that we cannot encourage a child to develop mediumship. Although in Kardec's time, there were children, mediums, the children, the girls in America, 1847, the
Fox sisters.
Fox sisters, yes. So everything is starting in showing us that we have to educate, to see more, to organize our mind, and not to be eccentric and applaud everything regarding mediumship. We offer courses that people can develop but understand their mediumship. If they are adults, we don't accept it before 18 years old, in order to know what's going on in their lives, hearing voices, or seeing dead people, or reading messages. Some people write. Else I have dozens of messages, etc. And we talk, we can see, perhaps the message is only an exercise, nothing more than that. Not something that you have to run and publish it quickly. Of course not. And so there are so many good things with mediumship, bad things as well, when it is in bad use, or the moral of the medium, we said many times here, is not good, is not something that is have a value in moral side. That's the more important. As says here, the moral is the best and the most important thing to be a medium. Otherwise, can be easily grabbed from the lower spirits or ignorant spirits. Did I answer your question?
No, for sure. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's just a guide. Well, it's not a guidance, but it's just to try to answer some questions just related to all parents. They think that their children are getting crazy. This is something new. What we need to understand is mediumship.
Use natural. Yeah, natural. We have to treat it natural.
Yeah, we're born with mediumship. It's not made. What we need to do is educate this mediumship. You know, we need to to be more aware of these. We need to recognize the signs. We need to sometimes perhaps go to the spirit center. Sometimes go to a doctor or both, or at the same time. That's brings me to ask a question to you, Nadia, and you could help me or help us here in order to understand. Like, once we identify the early signs of a mediumship, a person needs to go only to a spirit center, or they need to look for a professional assistance as well.
Yeah, I think we have to have bio, psycho, social, spiritual approach. So health is not only the absence of a disease. It's we need to first go to the doctor to have an evaluation. It's very important to have a complete evaluation, examination by a psychiatrist, assessment of the family, of the social and cultural, social cultural environment of this patient. And then when there is a pathology identified there, then of course you have to take medication. If this medication is not working, so change the medication, change the dose. You have to wait a little bit for the medication to have some effect. And even if there is nothing, or if there's no medication working, or it's not pathology, it's not schizophrenia like we were talking just before, then yes, you need to have this spiritual approach. You have to go to the spiritual center to have some guidance, to start learning, to start controlling the mediumistic faculties, because some have a little bit mild, but some others have very advanced mediumship. So they can see spirits as we are seeing each other here now. They can hear spirits as we are hearing each other through the video, for example. So this can have an impact and a negative impact in their daily lives, in their relationships, at work, and this can lead to physical and mental disease or problems. No? So it can be damaging to health. So it's very important to have this approach, the integrative medicine, as we say. We said in the last video as well, we need to have the integrative approach, so medical approach. So we have to talk about all the social circumstances, and if there is no pathology, there's no need for medication, then yes, we need to go to a spiritual center, we need to talk about spirituality, and we need to learn with discipline. If I'm not wrong, regarding psychography or automatic writing, Divaldo Franco had to sit every night at 11 o'clock in the night, practicing, like writing through automatic writing for 1 year or 2, but I think it's 1 year. And then after this 1 year, his spiritual guide, Joanna de Angelis, said, now we throw everything away and now we're going to start. So you have to learn what's the mediumistic faculties that you have. You have to learn how to deal with it, and you have to control it during your daily lives, because sometimes the low vibration, the spirits that are vibrating in the low level, the not so good ones, the inferior spirits, they will try to make you feel bad, won't let you sleep, or they won't get a knife and kill you, but they will try to make you do the bad things to others or to yourself. So that's also very important, the importance of prayer. We had to learn to pray for ourselves, for our guides, and this mediumistic faculty is a gift that we can use to do good for others. So it's an opportunity to pay our debts from the past, but also an opportunity to help others, doing good for others. And in the spiritual center, of course, is the best place where you have people more experienced in these topics and other topics that you can combine the knowledge and together guide for better quality of life, for example. No?
Thank you, Nadia. Before I hand my next question, perhaps this question will go to Charles. What are the challenges a mediumship may need to overcome? I just wondering here, if someone wants to study mediumship, Spirit teams offer something today online in this lockdown time. I think it is questions for you, Elsa, if you could.
Yes, BAS organized online course to understand, to know about the mediumship, not in a practical way, okay, because it's only when we are in a physical place, but at least a guidance for someone that has these faculties, doesn't know how to deal, how to organize him or herself. We are doing that. We have started in February, I think we started this course. It's going on now. We have every Saturday. But it's more or less for people that is really working in a spirit center or are organizing a mediumship meetings in a spirit center. All needs to give a course in their town, their countries, in English. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Elsa. Charles, in order to let's talk about the challenges of mediumship. You know, what do we need to overcome in order to say, okay, I am a good medium?
Oh, good question again. Basically, we have seen now, okay, how it happens, how it can be discovered, that it is not a mental health problem, that the mediumistic facility can be misunderstood and impress sometimes negatively if it's not properly controlled as a person which are medium. Huh? And basically, to the theme of today, okay, what is the objective of mediumship? Why are some people medium? And what shall they do with it or not? Huh? So the challenges of a person who has a natural mediumnic faculty is first to understand what it is. What is then communicating with them? Who are the spirits communicating with them? How to make the difference between good spirits and lower elevated spirits? And this is what we call the education. I mean, if you have the mediumistic facility, in order to live harmonically with it, you have to understand what it is, how it works, what are the fundamentals, what are the objectives of it, and this will then enable you to live with it. As Nadia told at the beginning, big majority of the mediums, they live perfectly with it, and they are in perfect mental health. They have absolutely no mental health problems. But now there are, of course, also other challenges because we need to be very, very cautious in the mediumship. What are the type of traps that can affect a medium? You know, a lot of people are, and this is because of some abuses of mediumship, particularly these medium who are answering, talking about the future against money or influencing or whatever. This venality that we discussed also very quickly in the last talk. Due to this, you have a lot of people, they become dependent on the medium, and then it's installing a kind of idolatry of the medium, and this is terrible for medium, because when you fall into that trap, it's very, very difficult to come out. And generally you are attracting spirits which are not so good, and sometimes it ends up in a very difficult situation. So on the other side, I mean, if you stay cautious, prudent, patient, and above all humble, you keep your humility, then you can avoid or prevent the adverse effects of such idolatry. I remember by doing conference in Paris and about mediumship or whatever other subject, you have immediately after the conference some persons who come to the desk to talk to you personally, and the question is generally, are you medium? And this is how it starts, So I have my answer already. No, I'm not medium. I have really like an elephant or a crocodile skin, and just to avoid this type of problem. So that is where really the medium has to understand the objective of mediumship, and then again he is free, according to his free will, to do whatever he wants with it. Mediumship again is a neutral faculty. It can be used for good. It can be used for the opposite, for bad or for evil. Clearly. And this is then up to the free will of anyone. The only thing is there is a law of cause and effect, and if you do something good, you will then receive a good effect in return, and if you do something bad, you will also receive a bad effect in return, clearly. And but that's it. I mean, then what is the objective of the mediumship, which is it's not to tell about the future, it's not to tell about to find the hidden treasuries, it's not to get status in the society, absolutely not. It's, as Nadia and Elsa and you, even Stephen, has told it several times today already, the best use and objective of mediumship is to help people. And the best example I always tell as a good medium is Francisco Cândido Xavier. And there are now a lot of books, movies, films. You see these films, The Mother of Chico Xavier, for instance. It's absolutely incredible to see how strongly he could help persons who were absolutely depressed and inconsolable and whatever because they lost a beloved one. And this is really one of the big objectives of mediumship. And the other objective of mediumship, as Kardec showed it, and some followers as well, is simply to learn, to know more about this law of the spiritual world. Who are the spirits? How are they living? How are they influencing us? What is attracting the good spirits? What is attracting the bad spirits? And so on. And all this is also one of the purpose of mediumship, is to learn more about this spiritual world, this spiritual dimension that is unfortunately up to today neglected by the mainstream science, which still follows a materialistic paradigm, which reduces the reality to only material things, whilst the reality is much, much wider than just this reduced view of them. So as you can see, the medium has quite some challenges, but basically it's to study, it's to stay humble, it's also to, when he discovers what is attracting the good spirits and taking at distance the bad spirits, which is the moral elevation, as it had been told. But this is also a challenge for him to improve his own morality, I mean, to become a better person. And those are basically the main objectives of the mediumship that the medium must understand in order to be able to live in harmony with his faculty?
Well, a lot of challenge to overcome. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you, my friend. Dear Elsa. No, you're on mute, my dear.
Sorry. Adding what Charles mentioned, that the website, the new paradigm website, www.opensciences.org. If you can type in the banner, because it's something very important, because the science is changing from the materialistic paradigm to spiritualist paradigm. That it is something very important. So people can go and see the website and sign it as well. Okay? The manifesto.
It's already here.
Wonderful.
Okay, and that is basically what we do when some psychiatrist is sending someone with a mediumship faculty to the spiritist center is, okay, to help this person to understand the main goal, objective, how it works, and this is then helping this person to live with it. This is the adder that we bring. But of course, as Nadia told as well, when there is already some physical problem or hormonal unbalance or whatever, then of course the psychiatric treatment is also absolutely necessary in parallel, clearly.
Yeah. Good. Dear Elsa, one last question for you today. How to protect ourselves? Yeah, how to protect ourselves? Like, what do we need to do? Okay, I identified I am a medium. Okay, I went to a spirit center. I'm part of a group, and I'm studying. But how to protect myself? What's the exercise I need to do in order to educate myself?
First of all, morality. We should be a person that really understands what's going on, trying to find information, better develop this mediumship in order not to be a medium 24/7, writing in the morning in the walls or talking with spirits in the streets. No, I think there's a time. So use mediumship for rescue in a private mediumship meetings, help suicidal people that died so a century ago, so attached to a castle, so come to the mediumship meeting, understand that he's dead for so many years, is a spirit of a man talking to a spirit of a lady. So these are information that we should first understand that if I am a medium, I am a worker for develop something better in the world, in the community, in my spirit center or spiritualist church, doing my best. In order to protect myself, to study, not be addicted to a lot of beverages or alcoholics, things that really make barriers to be a good medium. Of course, it's difficult to say that the mediums cannot drink, cannot smoke, etc. It's up to each one, depending of the person. If the person has a strong will to quit with this kind of addiction, he will be helped from the spiritual benefactors in order to be clean in his spirit, in his mind, in order to give a better information in the spirit center or what he's doing. And also be in prayer as well. If you feel that you are not well, you are feeling a bad presence or ignorant presence, it's not a time for a mediumship. You can pray for the benefactors. They will be with you and rescue these spirits and take these spirits away from you. And later on, in the mediumship meeting, they will bring this spirit in order to listen and talk to a body of a medium in order to be really understand that he's dead, he needs help, and take to the colony in spiritual world, because we have some spiritual colonies in everywhere, in Brazil, here, in Finland, or wherever, né? And be aware as well that we study, because if you are developing this spiritist faculty or this mediumship faculty, you should study the spirit's book, the medium's book. Even the medium's book is available free download from our website, www.buss.org. You can read the medium's book. You can read the spirit book. You can read the entire study that we have freely on the internet, free in all our spiritist centers, now only online. But you will find a lot of spiritist study in English in the website of the Kardec group. It's www.kardec.org. So you find many ways, really, or write to us. We can guide you to our website. We can give information, whatever you need. Don't be shy. Write and seek for guidance, seek for help. Especially if you are developing, wants to develop a good mediumship in order to help as a charity, to help spirits that discarnate in different ways, non-believing in spiritual world, and face the still living in spiritual world, even suicidals. And when they wake up in spiritual world, they see that they didn't die, because the spirits never die, only the physical body. That we have many existences, one eternal life.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you very much.
One very important is inner reform. Today is easy to do counseling, etc. See the best thing that you have inside you. Take your shadows, talk with your inner you in order to reform yourself, especially with the bad behaviors, bad way to talk to people, to treat people. You will be a good medium.
Okay. Thank you. Before we are almost there, but before we finish today, I'd like to show a short video. Is about the 8th British Medical Congress. So 1 second, because I give it to you guys.
Can you keep this question there for later on? Because I think I know, Jay.
Oh, we have a question here. I didn't see. Let me see here. Let's answer the question. Is there a danger of harming spirits of people who have died by drawing them back into involvement with people who are still alive, who might want to continued connection?
It is a spiritual attachment. That we can call obsession or spiritual attachment. Of course, in these spiritist mediumship meetings, the rescue, these obsession sessions, we help these spirits to detach from the people, because teaching them that they are harming someone, they are not entitled to do that, they are damaging themselves as well. So this is a way, and encourage the person that is feel this attachment to pray, to not to think about this spirit, and pray, because the benefactors will help us through our connection with the prayer. The prayer is not something religious. It's something religiosity. It's ligare with the spiritual side, with our benefactors protecting us. So be firm in your prayer, ask protection, and ask your benefactors to take these spirits to a spiritist center or a mediumship rescue in private, because we don't do this in a open meeting.
Mm-hmm. Thank
so
you,
Jane.
Yeah, just add like we can communicate with the other worlds in both ways, but we need to understand we as incarnated being, we do have our life, our mission, our tasks, our way to progress, and those who are discarnate, same thing. So we need to keep going in our mission, whatever we are. So let's go to the short video here, and let me put the screen and
No sound?
Vanessa and Salon. About health for the third millennium, which will be taking place on the 22nd of May, one day only, 2021. Speakers such as Dr. Peter Fenwick, Dr. Sonia Doi, Dr. Natalie Tolbert, Dr. Alexander Morera Almeida, Dr. Vanessa Anceloni, and Dr. Tanya Stevenin. The previous congresses have been very successful, bridging spirituality and medicine, which is so important for all of us, living in this moment of transformation. This event is sponsored by the British Union of Spiritist Societies in partnership with British Spiritist Medical Association. Please follow the website www.medspiritcongress.org for more information, and enjoy it.
yeah, I don't know that to hear. Everything was mute. So thank you once again, everyone. Do you want to say something, your final words, guys? Because we are already 2 minutes over. So
I want to thank you, everybody, for joining us from Canada, from here, Lithuania, from the UK, from France. So I think we are every week having more and more people joining us and enjoying it and learning together. So it's very good to be here, and thank you very much. Labayat Vicens. E Kiki Carta.
Thank you all. Have a beautiful week until next Thursday, same time here, with your next topic that will be very good. You enjoy it, I'm sure that. Thank you all.
Merci beaucoup à tous. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your presence, and hope we could bring to you some basics of mediumship that is not for winning some status or money, or it's not a privilege. It's a gift and an opportunity to make serious study and to progress. So that's the main message of today. Thanks a lot for your presence, and see you soon again.
So thank you, everyone. Just one comment here. I also said, like, next week, same time. I don't think it's going to be the next time, because on Sunday we will change our clock. So we will start our daylight saving. So we're going to put our clock forward 1 hour. So for you guys, we will be probably 1 hour earlier than the hour we started today. So watch this. We will send a link as well, but keep in mind we will start our meeting at 9 o'clock British time, so GMT. So
for the people in Brazil, no? Because we changed in Europe.
We changed it for us. We changed it to everybody, like, because we were going to be one hour forward. So. Yeah. So but
the time is the same. It's just for the people in Brazil that don't.
For us, the time is the same. Just for who's watching us, going to be different.
BST.
Yeah. BST, like Munir
British
Gariba.
Standard Time. Yeah, British Standard Time. Yeah, thank you, Munir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so, my dear friends, I'm missing seeing you, hugging you, be with you, but it's comfort to see you every Thursday with me here. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank our friends from Canada, from Brazil, from Ireland, from UK. So thank you very much. I'll see you. We all see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.